Okay. So what's up, everybody? Today's a great gas day. Today's a great gas day. Because I'm purchasing, or I have purchased, a camera that I've long thought about. It's in a very short list of like dream cameras for me. And well, yeah, let's go back a second. When I was doing that video where I was taking the little hike and I was just kind of doing some scouting for some landscape photography, and I came back the next day and made a video with the X Pro 3 having the front focusing issue. Once you see that, you can't unsee it. So I actually am returning the X Pro 3. There's something wrong with that camera. I put the 35 f2 on another Fuji camera, and it's been no problem. So I think it's that specific camera. But I decided to purchase a camera that was, like I said, on a short list of like dream cameras for me. Now, previous dream camera that I purchased was a Leica, the Leica M240, and then I switched to the Leica M8 for a little bit. And I eventually ended up selling those because having those as my only body at the time, the Leicas, it was just too limiting for what I do with kids and other things, like trying to do with kids sports and stuff. I need a body that's capable of that kind of stuff. But two of the things I like to shoot the most are portraiture and landscape. And so today I'm expecting a package that I'm going to use for those two different genres. Not exclusively, but as part of it. In combination with my APS-C sized Fuji cameras. I'm excited for it. FedEx on point today, showing up early. I love it. So, in this box is the camera I purchased, as I mentioned, and it's a super unnecessary purchase, very limited use case, but I'm excited for it. And the thing is, it's still a 4/3 format. It's just a little bit bigger than Micro Four Thirds. I say 4/3 format, I mean 4:3 aspect ratio. So inside here, I purchased this used, by the way, because they had one that used at B&H for like 25% off. It was pretty big gap in price. It was totally worth it. So let's get this out of here, pull this out. Here is what we have. All right. You guys see this? Sticking with the Fuji thing. Yeah. This right here, my friends, is the GFX 50S2 with the kit lens, the 35-70 f4.5 to 5.6 weather resistant lens. So let's open the box real quick. I know I have a top down thing like all those fancy YouTubers do, but this thing's used, so I want to see what kind of condition it's in. That's not a hot start. All right, looking at the lens real fast. Looks like it's in pretty good shape. No marks. Yeah, it's good. A little bit of dust on here. I don't know if that's from the packaging or what. Look at the back of this thing. Look at the mount, the opening. It's massive. It's massive. I mean, just for comparison's sake. Here's the back of the 35 f2. And then here's the medium format back. So, okay, there's that. Get this out of the way. Strap they give you, much nicer than what comes with the other Fuji cameras. Oh, I think the X-T4 might have this. But this is like a neoprene, super high-end looking strap, so that's nice. I was wondering where this was. Here's the lens cap. Let's see, USB-C to USB-C cable. What else is in here? The little connector that goes on the side of the camera for cables, European plug adapter, whatever. The plug, so this is to charge it. And then here's the camera itself. Oh my. All the packaging dust is on it. Here is the camera itself, right here. I should probably clean this up before I show you guys. So here it is. The GFX. Look at how big the opening is. Let's make sure the sensor's clean. Looks clean. Look how big that is. It's pretty big. Oh, this lens cap doesn't stay on there. This bad boy right here. I'll be honest with you, first impressions of this, it's big, but it's not as big as I thought it would be. It feels like a beefy DSLR in my hand. And I'll say the ergonomics, I mean, this thing fits right into my hand perfectly. The grip has got little like ribs in it. Yeah, the ergonomics are fantastic in this, better than I thought they would be. I thought this would be kind of like a XT series camera and not be so great. But no, it looks good. Battery's in there already. The joystick's definitely different. So a couple changes on this, right? So the joystick, if you guys can see the joystick right here, that's a different type of joystick. It's a little fatter. Kind of feels like a Nikon joystick, if you will. They moved the focus lever up here to the top, and drive is over here to the left. This is definitely, I can tell there's some wear marks on this if you used. So that's probably why I got 25% off. I can see a little bit of wear right here on this door flap and on this grip a little bit. It looks like almost wear from the box. It's where the box meets the actual camera itself. One thing I liked about this is it has dual SD card slots. It's not running the XQD or the CFast or CF Express, or what they call those cards, so you can use regular medium in here. And actually overall it looks like it's in pretty good shape. Like I said, the only thing that I see is a little bit of concern is there's a little wear mark right here on the side of the camera, because it looks like the way it was packaged, maybe in the box, it rubbed during shipping or something. But the body itself, there's no scratch marks, no dents, no dings on the bottom plate or on the top plate. The top LCD is perfectly fine. This looks really, really good. So yeah, the reason why I got the GFX 50S2 is, one, because I'm a camera nerd and it's just fun to have. But the other reason is you know, part of a gas cycle is obviously trying to get ultimate image quality, or just being interested in that. And so I've always interested in this. I figure if I'm going to do some landscapes and some portraits, I'd like to shoot with this. It's slow. It's only 3 frames per second. It's contrast autofocus. But what they did add to this camera is IBIS. So that helps quite a bit if you're going to do some slower shutter speeds. And they streamlined the GFX 50S, the first one I didn't like, had a huge bump on the back, had this big EVF. Even though it was tiltable, or you could get a tiltable one, that's nice. I didn't need that. So for me, them going to the GFX 100S body, where they have this kind of like digital screen. I'll show you guys up here. I have to learn how to switch it to histogram right now. But up here, there's you can make it the control wheels, right? There's no physical control wheels like an XT that did that. So this stuff is pretty cool. They put the exposure compensation button right here, which is interesting on the front. Hopefully that's focusing for you guys. And it's funny, they have a movie and stills mode switch on here. I think the movie's like, it shoots at best 1080/30, and it's not even worth talking about. Maybe for fun one day I'll do a vlog or a video in that. Little different approach to the scroll wheels in this body compared to, like, again, traditional Fuji. You've got a scroll wheel here on the front, and you've got a scroll wheel here in the back. I know other Fuji bodies have that, but they're typically, it's a different approach to them. So this is a little different. Yeah, it's got USB-C. Let's see, we got up here. It's got headphone and microphone jacks, which is again kind of funny because video. And it's got the screen that's kind of like the XT3, XT4 type stuff. So we'll play this a little bit and we'll see how it is. But this is my new premium camera. It's the GFX 50S2. And this is going to complement my APS-C Fuji bodies as I go to try and shoot some of this stuff. I have some goals in mind. I wanted to make a photo book for my parents, of our family, a portraiture book, if you will. My mom and dad, I think, would appreciate that. So stuff like that I want to do. I can do it in any camera, if I'm being honest, but it's kind of fun. And I was always curious about this camera. You start getting into these bigger formats like this, and the prices come way, way down, especially if you buy used. This certainly doesn't replace a full frame camera, even though the sensor's bigger. It doesn't have the autofocus speed, doesn't have the movie capabilities, it doesn't have half the capabilities that a new premium full frame camera has. So for any of that kind of stuff, like, this is not a replacement. But if you're going to go low and slow and try and shoot some like I said, some very planned out portraits or landscapes, or even just some slow movement stuff, I think you can use this. So let me play around with this a little bit, and I'll come back to you guys. But this is my new camera, the GFX 50S 2.